Alright, so check it out. Today we are going to be talking about transformations. Fairly quick tutorial. Make sure that each one of these gets into your notes, and we'll go ahead and mess around with them afterwards. The three different types of transformations are up here. The first one is going to be translate. The second one is going to be talking about reflecting. And the third one we're going to talk about is rotation, or to rotate. So first up is supposed to be the easiest one, talking about translation. When we're translating, we're just picking up what we have and moving it over, up, or down, to the left, to the right, but we're moving the entire object in one direction or another. We're not changing the size, we're not changing the orientation of it. Let's say we have the figure here, triangle, and it's on the coordinate plane, and we wanted to translate this 3 units to the left. So what we would end up doing is picking up that entire object, and so we look at our points that we have, and we would move them 3 points to the left. So what we'd end up getting is this first point would get moved over 1, 2, 3. The top point of our triangle would get moved over 1, 2, 3. And the bottom right would get moved over 1, 2, 3, so it would end up making a triangle. Should be the same exact triangle, just shifted to the left 3. The next type that we can look at is a coordinate shift, where we're going to be moving across the x-axis first and the y-axis second. So in this example, we would still take those same exact 3 points, but instead of moving 3 to the left, we're going to be moving 4 to the left and 2 down. So 4 across the x-axis and 2 across the y-axis. We'll follow this lead point here, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and 1, 2 down, and put that point. For the top point of the triangle, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and 2 down. For our far right, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and 1, 2 down, and it should give us a nice and perfect triangle. Looks exactly the same as the other one. It is just shifted 4 to the left and 2 down. Next up, we'll talk about reflection. So if I'm looking at reflecting, it's basically looking at yourself in the mirror. You're going to see everything that you saw originally, but it's going to be flipped. If you look at your shirt in a mirror, the words are going to be backwards. So for this example, we're going to take and we're going to reflect this rectangle across the mirror that is the y-axis. So we're going to reflect it across the y-axis. Everything that I see is going to be the same, just flipped over. So I should have this point here, this point here, this point here, and this point here. All of those coordinates are just going to flip across the axis. Say instead of the y-axis, we have the x-axis, and we need to reflect it across the x-axis. So what we'll do is we'll take this coordinate point and flip it, this coordinate point, flip it, this coordinate point and flip it, and the last coordinate point, flip it. We should see a reflection going across the x-axis. And the last one that we're going to talk about is rotation. It is the most complex one, but what we're going to do first is we're going to rotate it around a certain point. So that certain point we'll start off with is the origin. So we're going to take this and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees going clockwise. So looking at this point here and this point here, they both get plotted at 90-degree angles to where they were. And that following point gets plotted 90 degrees as well, forming a triangle that is exactly rotated 90 degrees.